Have you ever wondered what lies behind the glitz and glamour of a Hollywood icon? What if I told you there are rare photos of Pamela Anderson that reveal a side of her you've never seen before? Stick with me, because today we're diving into an untold story that will surprise you, make you laugh, and maybe even tug at your heartstrings. These aren't just snapshots, they're windows into moments that shaped a star. And trust me, you'll want to watch until the end to uncover a secret about Pamela that nobody saw coming. Let's start in a small town in Canada, where Pamela Anderson grew up. Picture this, a shy girl named Pamela, far from the spotlight, living on Vancouver Island. One rare photo from her childhood shows her with a big smile, standing by a lake, her blonde hair tied back in a messy ponytail. She's just a kid, maybe 10 years old, with no clue she'd one day be a global sensation. This photo, tucked away in a family album, gives us a glimpse of her before fame, before the red swimsuits and magazine covers. It's a reminder that even stars have humble beginnings. Can you imagine that girl dreaming of Hollywood? Well, she didn't. Pamela once said she never planned to be famous. Her life changed by pure chance, and we'll get to that moment soon. Now, let's fast forward to 1989. Pamela's at a football game in Vancouver, just another face in the crowd. She's 22, wearing a simple t-shirt, cheering with friends. A rare photo from that day captures her laughing, completely unaware that a jumbotron is about to change her life. The camera zooms in on her, and the crowd goes wild. That moment, caught in this grainy snapshot, is when a beer company spots her and offers her a modeling gig. Crazy, right? 1 minute, you're at a game. The next, you're on billboards. This photo isn't just a picture, it's the spark that launched her into stardom. But here's the thing, Pamela didn't just ride that wave. She worked hard, and there's another photo that proves it. Let's talk about one of those early modeling shoots. There's a rare behind-the-scenes shot from her first major campaign. Pamela's in a studio, surrounded by lights and cameras. But she's not posing like a pro. She's giggling, tripping over a cable, her hair a little messy. The photographer later said she was nervous but had this natural charm that lit up the room. That photo shows a young woman figuring it out, learning to shine in front of the lens. It's easy to think stars are born overnight, but this picture tells a different story, one of effort, mistakes, and a lot of heart. And trust me, there's more to this story, so keep watching. Of course, we can't talk about Pamela Anderson without mentioning Baywatch. It's the show that made her a household name, but there's a rare photo from the set that's not like the ones you're used to. It's not her running in slow motion or posing by the ocean. Instead, it's Pamela sitting in a director's chair, reading a script, her face focused. She's not the glamorous lifeguard here. She's a woman, working on her craft. This shot is special because it shows her as more than a poster girl. She was learning lines, taking acting seriously, even when people didn't always take her seriously. That photo reminds us she was more than a pretty face, she had ambition. And there's a story behind her Baywatch days that'll surprise you, so don't go anywhere. Now, let's get personal. There's a rare photo from the 1990s of Pamela with her 2 sons, Brandon and Dylan, at a park. She's pushing a stroller, wearing sunglasses and a baseball cap, looking like any other mom. No makeup, no cameras, just her and her boys. This picture hits hard because it shows Pamela in a role that meant everything to her, being a mom. She's talked about how her kids kept her grounded during the wild years of fame. But life wasn't always easy. Around this time, her personal life was splashed across headlines, and we'll dive into that drama soon. For now, this photo is a quiet moment in a loud life, reminder that even stars have days where they're just trying to be normal. Speaking of drama, let's talk about one of the toughest chapters in Pamela's life. There's a rare photo from 1996, taken during a court appearance. She's in a simple black dress, her face serious, no trace of the glamorous star. This was during the infamous tape scandal that rocked her world. The photo captures a moment of vulnerability, a woman fighting to protect her privacy while the world watched. It's not a fun picture to look at, but it's real. Pamela has said this time broke her heart, yet she came out stronger. That resilience is part of her untold story, and there's a photo coming up that shows how she bounced back. Stay with me, you won't believe what she did next. After the chaos of the 90s, Pamela reinvented herself. A rare photo from 2006 shows her on stage in a theater production, wearing a costume and a huge grin. She's not playing a bombshell, she's in a serious role, proving she's more than her image. This picture is amazing because it captures her taking a risk. Theater isn't easy, and Pamela could have stayed in her comfort zone, but she didn't. She pushed herself, and critics were surprised by her talent. This photo is a big middle finger to anyone who doubted her. It's proof she's a fighter, and there's one more story you need to hear to understand her strength. Here's where things get really special. There's a rare photo from 2022, taken at a charity event for animal rights. Pamela's in a simple dress, no makeup, her hair pulled back, speaking passionately to a small crowd. This isn't the Pamela of the 90s tabloids. This is a woman who's found her purpose. She's been an animal activist for years, but this photo shows her at her most authentic. She's not posing for cameras. She's fighting for something she believes in. It's a side of Pamela the world doesn't always see, and it's inspiring. But there's a secret about this event that ties everything together, and I'm saving it for the end.so. What do these rare photos tell us? They show a girl from a small town who stumbled into fame, worked hard to prove herself, faced heartbreak, and still found a way to shine. Pamela Anderson's story isn't just about glamour, it's about resilience, heart, and reinvention. If you loved hearing this untold story, hit that like button and share this video with a friend. And don't forget to watch until the end of our next video for another surprising story about a star you thought you knew. Thanks for sticking with me. See you next time.